Most people think that the solution to growing wealth inequality is to take wealth from the rich and give it to the poor. Suppose we follow this advice. We agree to share all the world's wealth equally, 7 points, among the billions of people on Earth. All received about $32,500. The end of poverty, right? Well, before you answer that question, let's see what might happen next. Most people keep their money in banks and safe investment portfolios. Very few people take money from the bank and start creating products and services for people who seem to spend a lot of money these days. Many of them develop the necessary skills to earn more money. Most people want to buy their dream car, house, or the latest gadgets. In the next 5 to 10 years, we will probably return to the starting point. Maybe things will get a little worse because now we have poor people with inflated egos. Here's the bottom line. If you don't change your way of thinking, nothing will change. Now let's look at 25 things poor people do that rich people don't. Please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel to continue exploring the possibilities and receive videos like the one below. No birth control. Children need a good education. More information. Oftentimes. Surprisingly, although many poor people have more often than not. This is how poor people go. They don't understand the game. What is this game? Game of numbers. Poor people are quick to complain why artists make so much money while a hard-working teacher goes home with a miserable salary. What they don't understand is that wealth is attracted to numbers. Your income is proportional to the number of people you effectively serve in society, directly or indirectly. Keeping the wrong company. Poor people glory in their comfort zone, so they keep company with people they feel superior to or at the same mental capacity with. For the poor, protecting their ego is more important than accepting ignorance. Rich people, on the other hand, make the effort of surrounding themselves with smarter people. There's no problem watching TV, but watching too much TV is a problem. The poor spend too much time watching TV programs that doesn't change their status but steal their precious time. The rich, on the other hand, have selected time they watch TV. In most cases they barely do. Lack of a value system. Values are an integral part of life, they guide and promote satisfaction. A truly poor person is one who does not have positive values and character. People without value are like a ship pushed by the wind without a rudder, without purpose or direction. They only work for money. The average person needs a job to pay the bills and live comfortably. Successful people are those who learn from work and become work. Flawed priorities. We all have our favorites. People decide what to do with their time based on their priorities. Poor people prioritize emotions and what comes naturally to them. Rich people prioritize based on what is most important. They lack motivation. Motivation comes from the word motivation. And motivation comes from movement. It keeps you motivated when you have a reason to move. It is movement with a purpose. The poor have no compelling reason to do purposeful activities and make the necessary sacrifices. If you want to be successful, you have to start with a why. They rely on willpower. Have you ever felt strong enough to start something? Were you able to maintain a balance of power for a while? Maybe not. Successful people understand that will is not enough. That is not a good idea either. So they rely on strategy and tactics to keep them going. Poor people trust what they want, and wonder why they suddenly don't trust their decisions. Not taking calculated risk. Life is a game of risk, and those who take more risk are the ones who make their life count. The average poor person is afraid to take a leap. He'll rather sit comfortably in his comfort zone. The rich, however, are willing to go the extra mile for their dreams and achieve the impossible. Lack of effective time management. According to leading author and trainer Robert Kiyosaki, the difference between the rich and the poor is how they use their environment. Poor people will suffer. As he got older, he realized that he was wasting his time. A person who understands the importance of time management knows that he gives time to others for unnecessary things. Bad saving culture. Life is full of ups and downs, and one must be prepared by saving a substantial amount for emergencies. Poor people are often at the mercy of other people in tough times because they have little to nothing to fall back on. Lack of strategic investment. The poor don't invest in things that are profitable and valuable. Buildings, real estate, it is rare for businesses or people to invest. They believe that God will provide and take care of himself tomorrow. Rich people invest their money in things of value. Nonchalant attitude towards their health. Health is wealth and deserves utmost priority, but most poor people seldom take their health seriously. They would rather take shortcuts to avoid healthy maintenance. Buying medicines from hawkers, eating incoordinated delaying treatment and other examples. In the end, it costs them more. Turn down opportunities. Problems and obstacles are often opportunities in disguise. For poor people, problems and obstacles must be avoided at all cost. By running away at the sight of a challenge, they end up turning down opportunities to learn and grow. They are afraid of change. In the words of Thomas Jefferson, former American president, if you want something you've never had, you have to do something you've never done. It takes accepting that you have been wrong about something to agree to change. And most people will rather be right. That is why most people remain poor. Yes, there are poor people in circumstances that are beyond their control, but the majority of people watching this video have the power to change their life, if they will accept to take responsibility for their life. Which of these habits are you working on? Tell us in the comment section. 16. They bank on wishes and luck. The rate of gambling today is quite alarming, with the entrant of new gambling outfits on a daily basis. This sudden rise in gambling says a lot about the poor in society, who would rather gamble than invest. They believe in luck, but no one ever achieve anything great by wishful thinking. 17. They are master procrastinators. Everyone procrastinate, but some people are master procrastinators. They are always waiting for the perfect time and opportunity. They believe the time to do something is always in the future, not today. Because the future never arrives, they end up doing nothing. 18. Giving room for pessimism. What if I fail? What if it doesn't work? Poor people are full of negative what-ifs. They fail to ask the alternative questions. What if I succeed? What if it works? This is the attitude of the rich. 19. Running without a budget. The poor rarely have planners. They are not financially responsible and go about their business without deliberate financial planning. This lack of financial responsibility is a financial mess that the rich don't patronize. The rich don't spend on impulse. Any financial transactions or commitment must be accounted for with them. 20. Lack of focus. It takes concentrated effort to achieve anything worthwhile. It takes resolve to follow one course until successful. This is not a quality most poor people possess. It's too much to ask of them. They'll rather jump from one scheme to the next looking for quick breaks. Note this: you cannot achieve anything worthwhile without concentrated effort on one thing. 21. Always playing the blame game. Taking full responsibility is an attribute that is alien to poor people. They are quick to blame the government, their parents or village people, for their woes. Yet will turn down the chance to make a difference in their life by churning responsibility disguised as work. 22. Lack of vision. Poor people often lack a sense of direction. They have no understanding of where they are going, how and why they need to get there. What they don't understand is that life is deliberate. You get from life what you ask of it. 23. They give up too quickly. Tenacity is an attribute most poor people lack. They are quick to give up on their goals. The poor don't go the extra mile, whether with pursuing their dreams, building an enterprise, or following through on making life-changing decisions. 24. Lack of self-development. Jim Rohn reiterates, "Formal education will make you a living. Self-education will make you a fortune." How many poor people have a mini library? They believe reading that book, taking that course, or working with a mentor are all waste of time and money. Meanwhile, the rich continue to invest in knowledge.